What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Draft to Glory. Today we're going to be entering into the draft. There are still plenty of days and time left on the road to the final Europa League and Champions League players. It would be nice if we could get some more of those in the draft itself. I haven't got too many great formations here. I have been using the 4-2-2 a lot recently. I'm not overly keen on it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I still prefer the 4-2-3-1. But we will start with it, and we will, we'll see what we can do. Now, obviously in FIFA, taking central-based formations is very risky because EA give you wingers a lot. So we've got Sanchez and Coutinho who are just absolutely irrelevant. And I think drafts could do with a little bit of a change on that one. But thank you guys for being here. If you're enjoying Draft to Glory, if you're happy it's back on the channel, dropping a thumbs up would be super helpful. And hopefully we can go back in and win again like we did last time. Ooh. That is the UCL Griezmann, isn't it? 3-star, 4-star. Fantastic stats. A sniper chem. Is that a sniper or is that a... That's a Deadeye. It's actually not bad either. Shooting and passing boosted. His dribbling's already great. Stamina, jumping, heading is all great as well. I think we're going to take that Griezmann. I know Aubameyang is a beast too. Aubameyang is such a beast. And obviously soft links to De Bruyne. But I'm going to take Antoine Griezmann. We're still going to try and go for the 188 draft, which would be our highest rated draft. Woo. I want to take all the UCL cards. I know again that Harry Kane would soft link to KDB. But I'm going to take Lewandowski because... should we get that James Rodriguez cam card, that would be absolutely sensational. We don't. We get Christian Eriksen, which is actually a bit frustrating because now we've got two Premier League cams that we can't link to each other. And if we did take Harry Kane, he would have strong linked to Eriksen. I know you guys are probably saying to me, like, take Raul Garcia, he soft links to Griezmann. I'm not going to do it. We're going to take Eriksen. I would rather play these cards off chem. I'd rather actually get the players to link these cards up to play them on chem. That doesn't look super likely like this. We get Vigal, who does soft link 1. We get Stepanenko, who does nothing. Mascherano does nothing. Badelj does nothing. And Garcia does soft link to 1 as well. So we could basically soft link either Lewandowski or Griezmann. And I think it's probably best to soft link Griezmann. And being Spanish, we've got a lot of better opportunities to link those up. Next up, we get Fabinho. And that is definitely going to be a player that I pick up here. Let me just make damn sure there's nothing else outrageously obvious to take. So Diarra is another French link, doesn't really work. So Fabinho in form with a shadow is the one for me. Although our chemistry for this team so far is way off base. Oh God, that is horrific, isn't it? We've got 2 Premier Leagues. Belgium. We do have some Spanish players, but these cards just don't link at all. Let's take the PSG guy, Bernat there, because if we get like a Cam Fekir or something, it will link with Bernat and he'll link with Antoine Griezmann. And if we swap these two around, we boost up to 40 chemistry. That's not too bad. The beautiful thing about the 4-2-2 is that it has a really lax number of links needed. The logical choice here is Koscielny. Soft links into Fabinho, helps with chemistry. I'm not going to take the logical choice here. I'm going to take Koulibaly. I'm going to continue taking these Champions League cards where possible. Oh no, maybe not. I'm not going to take PK because that Van Dijk hard link into Fabinho is just far too valuable, with Van Dijk being absolute machine this year. We could take Antonio Valencia. We could take Nathaniel Klein, who's strong links to Van Dijk as well. For chemistry, Klein would be amazing because Van Dijk would we wouldn't even need a goalkeeper. Or alternatively, we can take João Cancelo and give Koulibaly a soft link, which I think is what I want to do. Bear with me. We swap those two around. We swap those two around. That takes up to 55 chemistry. We've got a lot of work to do to save the chemistry of this draft. But per individual player, I'm actually very happy with what we've got. Now, do we have... We have Marchetti there, probably the best keeper, and actually it's very important for boosting some more chemistry. I know some people look at my Nathaniel Klein pick there, or the lack thereof, and judge me for it. Ooh. Kante, as a Frenchman, is fantastic for that CDM role. Links up a lot of different players and helps a lot. Bonucci, as a Juve player, instead of Koulibaly, and an Italian gives Cancelo full chem, gives the goalkeeper full chem, and gets full chem. Zanetti, as an icon, even at left back, would be massive. These are some tough choices. For chemistry alone, Bonucci is probably the best bet. For the team ability, Kante is definitely the best bet. And for just giving us some soft links everywhere, yeah, Zanetti's the best bet. I'm going to take Kante here, guys. Let me know what you would have done in that role right there. We're up to 74 chemistry now. We're building in towards a really good Premier League team, to be fair. Oh my God. Oh, what do? Do you take Messi, put him in? Oh, it nows and it. Oh man, if I knew what was gonna come, Messi I would have taken Zanetti, because then we could play Messi right cam, soft links to Griezmann, hard links to Zanetti, problem solved. As it is, taking Lacazette has got to be the way forwards here, because he'll just get great chemistry. Taking Ronaldo is going to be... If we could get a cam from Juventus or just a Serie A cam or whatever, Ronaldo would be ideal, because obviously he would give great links all the way across. And then Aubameyang... In fact, Lacazette's good because he soft links to Griezmann. Aubameyang's great because he's just a better card. Man, having Messi and Ronaldo there and turning them both down because of chem reasons... You guys are going to be surprised at me turning down, guys. We turned down Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Sorry, Ronaldo, Messi. Lacazette would have been better because Lacazette would have got full chemistry. So next on the bench, guys, this has been an absolutely mammoth draft so far. Gulam there can definitely come in. He doesn't link with anyone yet. Marcus Llorente, I don't really care. My midfield is solid. We just need the chem, really. So we're going to pop Gulam in. He's a better left back. Per player, this team is exceptional. Other than the goalkeeper, we just haven't got the chem links yet. And I say, oh, do we take Gareth Bale as a sub? Do we take Morante because he's a better goalkeeper? Doesn't link better. I've got to take Gareth Bale here. Willian, of course, would be decent as well. Doesn't really help too much. Gareth Bale's got to be the one. Ooh, our bench is looking fantastic. These Champions League cards are really coming up massive. Okay, now we've got to look at choices here. Now we've got to look at choices. Felipe Luis on the left-hand side. Doesn't link with anybody. Sadly. Handanovic in goal would be a mammoth upgrade to the squad. Kimmich would not. Serge Aurier's got to be the one we take right here, guys. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but it's got to be done. I know I might regret this. I really might regret this. But Serge Aurier gives us a +5 chem boost. Gets us in a really nice spot. And I really need... I should have taken Handanovic. I didn't take Handanovic. And it is looking like it's going to cost me. Van Dijk... Heaton. I'm going to take Heaton. We pop him in goal. We stay on the same chem. Because Van Dijk gains chem, but Koulibaly loses chem. But I'm hoping out of these next two picks that we're going to get a good defender for our troubles. We get DeMarcos, we get Fazio. Fazio doesn't work for us either. DeMarcos doesn't work for us either unless we get a La Liga cam. Or we could start Gareth Bale, but I don't want to do that. Hisage is the one for chem. We're going to take him for the time being. If we need that chem boost, Hisage gives us a big chem boost to Koulibaly and gets a chem boost. But of course, Cancelo is the main man. Oh god, our silver picks. I did not need a silver pick right there. That is curtains for that area. This team is starting to fall apart a little bit here, guys. There's no real great picks coming through anymore. I think we've had the pick of the bunch. Yeah, it is falling apart. We're gonna take how many? What subs have we got? 92, 89, 84. I'm gonna take Carrasco here. It's sad that I'm not gonna get 100 chem on this team, other than a miracle. We'll take Ilicic there as well, and then last but not least, this draft is gonna be very, very, very tough to win due to the fact that my goalkeeper is terrible. I don't mind the team on a per player basis. Griezmann on 7. Aubameyang on 7. We could have got 3 more chem if we took Lacazette because he would have been on 10. Kante on 7 is fine. De Bruyne on 7 is fine. in fact, if we swap those two around, we were on 88. That's 82. I think it's the same, isn't it? 85. Oh, no, that's actually down to 82. What about if we swap those two around? I mean, whichever way around we do it, it's 88. So what I think I want to do is I want to start Aurier on 10 chem and Hisage off chem because we will sub on João Cancelo or Gulam. Our team is... Our outfield players are fantastic. Griezmann and Aubameyang are great. We've then got Eriksen and De Bruyne, who are phenomenal in the cam role. Kante and Fabinho, both sensational. Van Dijk and Koulibaly, great. Aurier, great. Subbing on Cancelo is going to be great. Heaton is the letdown. If I come up against any player that really understands the shooting mechanics in this game, I am done for. We can only hope for a French Premier League manager here. That is what I kind of got to get. We did get a Premier League manager. He takes up to 92 chemistry. I think that's going to be the biggest boost that we can possibly get. 88 there, and then the French League manager is 90. So, yeah, Eddie Howe coming in there takes up to 92 chemistry and 87 rated. It's not, you know, it is my highest rated draft in terms of rating. Me personally, guys, and you guys might disagree, and this is where the titles of the video always become contentious, right? But me personally, I think this is an outstanding draft. Other than the small lack of chemistry, and we're only 8 chem points away from 100 chem, we're at 92 chem. Other than the small lack of chemistry and the fact that I didn't take Handanovic, who I really wish I took now. I risked that and I failed the risk. I really wish I took Handanovic. But other than that, this team... The way it's going to look in game when we get Cancelo in there, in fact, what does he look at? He is base stats. I might even just start. Oh no, because it impacts the other players negatively. We want the bonus chemistry here. This team, guys. Oh, actually, why didn't you guys tell me that before? Why didn't you tell me before that we have Gulam there that gets 10 chemistry and Koulibaly on 8? This now with Gulam in there, dudes. This team is spectacular. He's got a chem style that boosts his pace as well. His defending's good. His passing is now exceptional. His stamina's good. I know the goalkeeper's bad. I know people are going to take issue with me with this because it's not a 100 chem team, although we're now up to 96. And if I just took Lacazette, we would be there. If I took any other Premier League striker, we would be there. Do I have a Premier League player to put in there? I have Lerma. What does Lerma get us? Lerma loses us 1 chem. Sadly. But bottom line is, dudes, this team is phenomenal. Let's see how far we can take it in the draft with an 80 rated goalkeeper. I will be right back. Okay, guys, so as we get into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 4-2-3-1 wide team. Lukaku, Deulofeu, El Neni in there. Some really good players, you know, Davinson Sanchez and Van Dijk in form, Fabinho, Lukaku, who I do think is good, obviously Felipe Anderson, who's very, very good, but quite a lot of weak players in there. And for some reason, this guy just kept pulling his keeper. As soon as I would play an offensive ball, he would just pull his keeper straight away. And only far enough to the point where he was never going to actually commit, but far enough out that I always had like an easy finesse shot on. You saw the first goal there, I scored with Aubameyang. The second time, he brings the keeper out again. So I made it 2-0, and then eventually we got 3-0 up with just a few minutes left. Good play from the midfielders and attackers there. Ball comes out to Griezmann, threads it through to Aubameyang. He brings his keeper again, and we get the finesse again. So he made it really easy for me to score by pulling his keeper there every single time, and that sent us through into the second round. Of course, having Heaton in goal in draft is always going to be an issue. Fortunately enough for us, that guy didn't get any shots on goal. Into the second opponent, he's got 69 chemistry with an 88 rated team. First and foremost, if he just swaps Messi and Ronaldo, Rakitic will get a chem boost, and Messi, I think, will also gain 1 chem point. I don't understand quite why he's built his team like that, but each to their own. And even though this guy had really low chemistry, you'll see from the goals that he scores that having an 80 rated goalkeeper really is a problem. Now, we got the first goal anyway from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He scored a hat-trick in the first game. He gets 1 here in the second game, which soon became 2-0 to me. Griezmann on the edge of the box, La Croquetta's inside, and finesse shot to the far post to make it 2-0. And just like in game 1, we eventually made it 3-0 into the second half. Griezmann with the drag back into Aubameyang. Aubameyang finds some space on the edge of the box. My man doesn't really do anything here, and then Aubameyang gets in, gets his 5th goal in 2 games, and puts us 3-0 up. But straight from kickoff here, look at that. Ronaldo, he didn't even time that. And he's 30, maybe 35 yards out, and Heaton gets nowhere near it. And then with 5 minutes to go, again Ronaldo, no time shot there. He just slams it. And now this guy wasn't very good. He barely got a touch on the ball. You'll see here from the match stats, I think he had only one shot on target to score those 2 goals. And that is why this Heaton card was going to be a problem, and why I really feel like perhaps taking, what was it, Handanovic probably was going to be a better option. But a dominant performance in general, and a nice easy route into the semi-final, where we come up against not only an insane team, but a great formation. You know, obviously the 4-2-3-1 narrow is probably the most overpowered formation this year in FIFA. This guy's got some insane players. He subbed Ozil off very early on for an iteration of Lionel Messi. He's even got the Screamer Busquets that is very, very good in the game right now. And the first goal came in 35 minutes on this game. Great ball to the far post there. It was actually a counter-attack off my own corner, and at 1-0 down here, in spite of the fact that I generally had the better of the game, my opponent from this point onwards, knowing that he could do with the tactics, the team and the formation that he had, he just played counter-attacking football for the rest of the game. Another cross to the far post. Gabriel Jesus taps that one home, and again Heaton's just he's never going to save those, as bad as a shot that is. Eventually we got 3-0 down as well. Tried to clear it with Van Dijk. Poor ball, to be perfectly honest. I thought I'd kind of like recovered the danger there, but for some reason Van Dijk, the AI controlled Van Dijk, launches for a header that he just didn't need to launch for, and we go 3-0 down. This game wasn't over though, guys. I was creating a whole bunch of opportunities in this game. We eventually got in at 3-1 with Antoine Griezmann, but try as I might throughout the whole game, sadly we could not quite get the goals to get back into the game. So 3-1 there, we lose in the semi-final, and I did have like a really, really strong performance this game, but my opponent was very good. He knew the game inside out. You know, I said that, I think I'll talk about it after the game here. This guy 100% is a gold 1 minimum player, and in draft for me, because I finish elite typically in FUT Champs, it has to be a gold 1 player that I match up against for it to be a good game. So there you go, guys. That is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get in to the pack. Alright guys, so we end up losing in the semi-final game. I did create a whole bunch of chances in, but my opponent hit me on a counter-attack from my own corner, scored with Neymar, I think it was, to make it 1-0, and then he just played like counter-attacking FIFA after that. He went and sat in deep, so I was limited to basically just trying to hit long shots against him the whole game. Sadly, a couple more counters, and you know, you got 3-0 up. But I created a lot of chances in that one. It just wasn't to be. The formation's not ideal for when you're trying to play against somebody who sat really deep, because it's just a little bit too narrow. So it's, you know, that's draft at the end of the day, isn't it? That's the risk you take by getting a getting one formation. Generally speaking, thought the team played really, really well. Super impressed with Serge Aurier. Thought he was fantastic. Fabinho and Kante were great. Griezmann and Aubameyang were great. Gareth Bale didn't really do much when he came on. Lewandowski as well didn't really do much. And we did actually struggle through, I think, the second round as well. I think it was a 3-2 in the second round. 3 really difficult games. The difference in player in draft when Weekend League is on versus when Weekend League is off is crazy. The guy that I did play in the semi-final, although, you know, he played a very smart game, he was moving his keeper, he was doing the 3-point roulette, he was doing drag back, ball rolls, initiating player runs, he knew the goal kick technique, like he was a top player. At least gold 1 standard in my personal opinion. So it's not too bad to lose to someone like that in the draft. We end up getting a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack and a Gold Players Pack. Of course, if we can make profit off of the draft, that's the aim. In the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, we get nothing to start with. We do get a board player, so that's a really good start. Do we get anything decent? French, centre-back. It's going to be Aymeric Laporte. So I don't know if he's actually worth anything right now, because there's literally nothing by way of SBCs. So Laporte, he's worth about 2,200 at the moment, and then a few other players in there that are going to give us some coins back also. A Hawk, oh, there you go, Hawk and a Hunter Chem Style. Is the Hunter still 5k? Yes, it is. So we will get 5,000 coins for the Hunter, over 2,000 coins for Laporte. We get a few other good consumables in here, a couple of squad fitnesses, the Hawk, some really good stuff, to the point where with 12 players coming up here guaranteed, we're going to make about 6,000 coins off of this. I actually think we've made profit here today, which is fantastic. Losing in a semi-final. We get another board player as well. It's an inform. There we go. Italian goalkeeper. It is going to be I don't even know who that is, the Napoli Merit there. So we actually get an 81 rated inform. So now we have 100% made profit. Good packs there, guys. We get obviously about 15, 10, 12, maybe 15,000 out of the first pack. We get an inform into the second pack, and he wasn't even our shiny player. So that is pretty damn awesome. I only assume he's going for not a lot, really. Yeah, I mean, he's a discard inform, but that's another like 10, 11,000 coins in the bank, which is fantastic. And that leads us into a very profitable draft to glory, guys, which is great. This, though, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.